Peace and love. Peace and love. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the weather. Peace and love. I'll put the link in the chat in case anybody comes in and feel like talking. And so, let's see, share my screen. Okay, let's see. Oh, the Google the Google Arts. So let me say fair use. Anything you hear, anything you see, um, is for educational purposes, for enlightenment. It's pretty cool. I kind of feel like that's a snapshot. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna use that for one of my you know how I put with the, let's see, what about, let's see, strange weather 2021. How about that? Okay. Okay, let's see. Strange weather phenomenon. Let's talk about the winter. Anything wonder about, like, right now? I know that it's like tropical storms right now, right? Um, Today's weather. Let's see. Okay. No, I can't. Okay, we got some flash flooding. I know we had like some tornadoes. No, I don't want them to have my location, although I'm pretty sure that is already available. I just really wonder why I saw so many accidents yesterday. I mean, it was raining, but it was crazy on the way in to work and on the way home. Let's see. Yesterday was the 28th, June 28th, 2021, Chicago. Oh, that happened yesterday? Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't watched the news actually. Well, that's worse than the ones that I saw yesterday. Oh, a man in a crash, and I used to live in this place called the Back of the Yards. It was 10 hours ago when he lost control. So one of the ones I saw, let's see, it probably didn't make the news. I mean, the man just was walking up and down the expressway after he flipped the car. But that probably didn't. That probably, let's see, on the Kennedy. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't. I think the Tampa issue. I think that happened. When was that? I think that happened after the when did excuse me, when did the Tampa issue happen? Tampa um casualty count. I don't know how to ask that. It's a casual. How do you say death toll? Death toll 9. That's the last time I remember. Oh, it wrote. When is this? Navy Yard shooting. I haven't heard that. I wonder if that's recent. I don't think so. Oh, that's September. Okay. But the Miami, what day was that? I think that was after last Tuesday. Mm-mm. Right, Tampa. What is it? Condo collapse. 5 days ago. Right. Was it? Oh, it did go up to 11. Now it seemed like if it had went up, that would have been the first thing that popped up, and now 150. That was Thursday. They said it was called the sinking building, the sinking condo. Let's see, Florida sinking condo. Right. See, engineering report shows building was sinking. That could be all over the place, but yeah, this was tripped out. This was the first time I saw this commercial was yesterday.
My name is Moxie. I'm a new robot. What is your name?
I'm Riley.
It's nice to meet you, Riley. What do you do to get ready for bed?
Brush my teeth and read a story.
I love stories. Would you read a story to me?
Sure. Luna woke with a lovely dream, still fresh in her mind, gracefully gliding across the shimmering ice-rink.
Last one. Breathing exercises always help me relax. Riley, we have a new mission. Would you make a drawing for me?
Okay.
I'm so excited for you to tell me about the dentist.
I
I've
wonder
never
why
been
they
to one.
chose to make
You don't
this
have teeth.
But I can still
so
smile.
dark,
And then what
so
happened?
dimly lit.
He said he didn't want to play something.
Thank you for telling me about your day. Sometimes holding a friend's hand makes me feel better. Do you want to try squeezing my hand?
So what's our new mission, Moxie?
You'll need paper and a pencil. We are going to make some kind of notes. For this mission, you'll need to talk to one of your friends
Oh,
about what
it's
makes them
because of
happy,
his
and
mood,
then
the
tell me
boy's
all
mood.
about it. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Mom, can we invite
Yeah,
Mason over to play?
yeah, it gets
Sure.
more light
I
and
have a new mission. We're gonna
everything
talk about things that make
is
us happy.
more bright as he
Bye,
brightens up.
Moxie.
See you soon.
That kind of I was like I would not. I just my first thought to that was not a good idea. I don't.
Officials say the report clearly noted structural concerns about the building. The unanswered question this morning: how did all this happen? NBC's Sam Brock reports from Miami.
Urgent hours for desperate families.
Let me see if anybody is
As
with me.
round-the-clock efforts to find more than
Peace and
150
love if
people
anyone is
unaccounted
with
for
me.
run
Okay,
to more
I'm gonna just go
roadblocks.
back.
They've been fighting these fires all night. The stench is very thick.
Plumes of smoke coming from a fire in the belly of the rubble as teams use infrared technology to try and locate it.
It's very difficult to walk. It's very difficult to see. You don't know where the debris is.
While conditions cleared a bit on Saturday, a civil engineering report released by Surfside sparked questions. The 2018 overview from Morabito Consultants, part of a 40-year recertification process, found abundant cracking and spalling of varying degrees in concrete columns, beams, and walls, supported with many pictures. It also cited concrete slabs underneath the pool deck showing distress that should be removed and replaced in their entirety. Attorneys say Champlain Tower South had begun roof repairs and was about to address the other issues.
This is not unique in terms of having concrete problems. If there is an engineer who believes that concrete hitting and falling and rebar deterioration poses a hazardous risk to the building and a risk of collapse, that needs to be clear. That needs to be in big, bold, red letters.
Do you agree with the assessment of the attorneys from the Condo Association that there were no red flags or signs of imminent collapse for that building?
We are obviously very interested in all of the evidence that's coming to light, and in the meantime, we're taking actions to make sure that other buildings are safe.
The South Building has two sister buildings. The North Tower is built in the same year, which officials say may be evacuated, and the East Tower, which is 13 years younger.
There's a crack in a column that was not here before the collapse.
Robert Listman says this crack in the East Tower parking lot with debris below it has been determined structurally sound, and his building has taken steps to maintain safety. But he wants to know why engineers won't arrive here until next week.
They knew about a lot of the issues in the building for so long, and they allowed it to go and get past a point where it collapsed. I would like to prevent that.
On My Heritage, you
Okay.
can build your family tree and make amazing discoveries.
Let's see. Let's stop my share. So I had some thoughts about the idea of a building sinking and how they might measure, a building that is sinking. How do you measure sinking building? Has been sinking. So I would imagine you just, you know, measure from the ground to the uh, the nearest structure that is clearly sticking out or something like that. Real, real simple around the building. I wonder, because any buildings that are near a waterfront, how close is that building to? Let me see. Let me do a map. Miami. Oh, when I type in Miami, maybe it's just because I just put that in. It goes right to Miami sinking. Let's see. No, I'm looking for is first. I want to do a map of um, maps. What's the name of that condo? Condo collapse. Miami. Miami-Dade. Map. Miami-Dade County. Condo. Let me share the screen again. Peace and love if anyone is with me. Let me take this off because all right. So map shows some parts of Florida rapidly sinking. Let's see where's the map. Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with pop-ups with this. But anyway, it says a study that detected vulnerabilities in high-rise blocks south of Miami Beach, where a condo building collapsed on Thursday morning, found numerous other parts of the city were sinking at faster rates at that time. A section of Champlain Towers, located at 8777 Collins Avenue in Surfside, Florida, collapsed. Okay, and then it tells about this. The search is continuing for, okay. In a study published in 2020, no disrespect to that. In a study published in 2020 focusing on the sinking of buildings in Miami and the coastal town of Norfolk in Virginia, Shimon Wadowski, a professor at the Department of Earth and Environment at Florida, found the condo building had been sinking since the 1990s. Okay, what is a map? I want to just see the map. Like, why is this? Hmm, too many pop-ups. But anyway, I wanted to see a map of how close it was. So that's not that hard now because I have an actual address. I just wonder how close they were to the water. Because my imagination is the people in the rest of those buildings around there probably don't want to get out of there if that's the case. All right, so it's called Champlain Towers, Surfside, Florida. Surf Champlain Towers. So Surfside, Florida. Yeah, that's the thing about. Oh shoot, that's an island, right? Mm, yeah, I think I see the Galadyche were on the radar as far as conversation in the community. Listening to who was that? Lex Vortex going at it with Chief Ether, even though I know he does not call himself Chief Ether now. He had a very interesting. There was a lot of issue about like the not volume, but it was audio issues. But this was an interesting take on Aboriginal TV. I'm gonna let that play in the background. Jamal. He had Rashad Jamal. Turn it up. Let me get a little more.
Our pyramids that were made out of pure crystals, and our trees were still humongous. Trees would sing out frequencies and things like that. When we were still in that phase, we were still red and green. So
it's just really here.
This moment before pre-colonialization.
Let me see what you're saying. Let me see. Let me remove mine. Grand rising to you. Grand rising. Oh man, that's what I was just saying. That building falling. All I could think is that was definitely already, something going on as far as the building sinking. Unless, I really didn't think it was any foul play. I think that they were already discussing that building was sinking. And then when you look at that little, I've been to Florida, but not where's I was near the airport. Let's see. And I also been a couple of times to Florida for a few other things, but it was a long time ago. And I don't think I've been to Miami Beach, but let me see where is what's the name of the airport? Miami International Airport. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't nowhere near Miami Beach, if that's where I flew into, and I think that is where I flew into. But I've never been to these places, all these little islands. But this is the actual location. I just figured probably these people are gonna be needing to move. I mean, like if that went down like that, it just might be. Oh no, maybe that's not it. I thought that was only red. Okay, let me find it again. There it is here. I would imagine that all up and down this, people are probably really definitely looking at the idea of getting up out of there. I wonder how old that building is. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on that now. I got something else on my mind. I wanted to see how far is Wilmington, North Carolina from there, because I'm just minimizing until I can get Carolina in there. Oops, I meant to minimize. Okay, so then we got the South Carolina, North Carolina. So Wilmington. So let me do uh well, now it look like Miami International Airport is right at the edge, but that properties are right on the. Whew, that is, I mean, let me just reduce this. That and imagine like living in a place like that. Oh man, that's it's so close to living in the ocean. I mean, I know Turtle Island is in the middle of the ocean, but jeez. Where's the Galadyche? So if I went from sunny side, I mean, what do they call it? Surfside. I think it's a lot of stuff going on, and I mean, you both, if you're still there, I know you and I both put up something about time winding up the other day, and that was just a spontaneous post for me. And then I noticed that you had put up that post about time winding up, and that was the same day. And we might be in a period of time where something really um, predictable is going on. So let me see, Surfside, Florida, and now I'm gonna do two Surfside, Florida, two Gullah Geechee. Let's go Gullah Geechee tours. Let's go. That gotta be it. And then I like to see what that looks like. Uh-huh. And then this is Wilmington. This is where I was trying to see. Wilmington is where my family we go sometimes for like reunions. We just happened to pick that place because it was close to where my brother was living. It made sense at that time, and then come to find out doing my ancestry that that is exactly where my father's family. I was able to trace them back to. And let me see something. And where's Pamlico? Can I see Pamlico? Add destination. Swans Lake. The oldest connections I see go to Swan Quarter. To Swan Quarter. Let's see. Did I click select it? Mm-hmm. Something definitely seemed to be. I'm just seeing what I can see here. I had such a good find, such a special find. Let me remove and talk to you over here. So let's see. You say, well, I don't understand wanting to live that high in the air. I know, right? Me neither. I can't do it. I think about like living, like having the advantage of being upstairs, but like maybe a floor up, like in a two flat building, just having an advantage, like if, just security. But no, a high rise, I don't like my feet to be too far off the ground at any given time. Yes. Um, you're saying here, I'm sure the land grab has something to do with the building falling. The land grab? Yeah, yeah, I definitely think it's more than just a notion. It seems predictable. Uh, seeing as they had some knowledge of that building was sinking, but yeah, that is that it's dropping right now. Like things that are happening right now, they seem to be more purposeful to me. Um, Definitely. Let's see. Oh, hmm. Let me see if I see anything about that. Oh, you saying that the land, like in the United States, right? Right. You know what? My feelings on things are is that no matter how people come here to this land and call themselves uh, taking it over, dominating it, buying it, all of that, you know, it belongs to us. It just belongs to us because it is us. This is who we are. And no matter how people come here and have plans that they have had here, you can't get around the people who um, own it innately. Just this is it's just like we're grounded here. They are not grounded here. They are visitors, and no matter how they imagine that they have some ownership, they are not rooted. We are deeply rooted. So it was very interesting. Things. What video? Let me see if I could catch video. I'm gonna share my screen still. It was by Chief Strong Bear. Peace and love. Peace and love. I heard it was a Aboriginal brother in the building who had files on people who sell drugs, kidnapping, murders, and so much more. Oh wow.
Go through the west coast or the western part
Oh,
of the
I would
country, you see
love
all these
to
mountain
hear
ranges.
more
And
about
these
that.
mountain ranges, if you're not aware, you'll think they're just mountains. But if you was to go look at Google Maps and look at the top of these mountains,
Oh
trees.
my
So
goodness. You
go
know
to the
what?
video
I
on
have
his website.
no
Go watch it.
doubt
But
that
okay, so this is
um
on that time when they
I
clear
have
trees
no
down, do a
doubt
lot of stuff, right?
the lengths
We
that
scattered amongst the land. This is one of
of
the
people
five where they
would
tell you
go
about the
through
Tower of Babel,
to
how
um,
scattered amongst the
you
land.
know,
They're really talking about us,
just like
God.
in this um, upload that uh, Aboriginal TV had put up on yesterday, where this man is talking about the Chicago fire, and we know, the lengths that these people will go through to cover up something. Yeah. So they made it look like the building. Yeah. And it fell and didn't care who they killed. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like there's no doubt the length um that I think people will go through to uh to cover up. I'm gonna share my screen again. Just want to keep peace and blessings. Chief Strong Bear, thank you for joining me too and chiming in, saying something. And so I just, I just, I wished I had known much earlier how much I was attracted to maps. And who knows, maybe I would have taken the path of studying, um, studying the maps, studying this part of Earth. But yeah, I'm convinced that there's no limit. But this upload yesterday, I want to hear
We began to become tribal.
what video.
Because before we were scattered amongst the land, we were never tribal at all. So you got to understand where Native Americans come from. Before this is us, right? But before we were scattered amongst the land, we weren't tribal. We communicated using telepathy.
So he says Native American, and I think that is for loss of the concept that the Native American and the American Indian, the original American, are not the same people, but likely mixed, of course. But I I'm not sure if he divides that, but um, I want to hear what he is talking about regarding a video so I can pull it up.
Just to connect to these tall pyramid towers that we had that were made out of all different types of sapphires, crystals, tourmaline, all these different things. I'm always saying it's crazy when I'm here listening to him talking shit. Right, it puts me in the mind frame of Avatar. Remember when they had them big ass fucking?
They said Avatar was about us.
Nigga, like they had trees.
I heard that.
They had floats, man. It was crazy. All right, so
listen to those babies.
Now we are scattered amongst the land. Think about it. People that were using telepathy, we were using telepathy, so we can't use it anymore. So what we did, we started ganging up. Okay, well we can't use telepathy no more, but we're gonna gang up. We're still aware what had happened to us. We fell in frequency. We began to turn these copper complexions. We began to lose our greens and luminous greens and blues and these beautiful colors that we vibrated, right? Because the frequency of the planet began to become lower. This was all by design, right? So this is how you get to that period of what they like to call Native Americans. And they always taught you that the Native Americans were separate from the people first. All right? Because they wanted black people and Latino people to believe that Latino people are Latino people. Black people are Africans that come from Africa that were brought across the water, which is a lie. And that Indians are just Indians who were killed off. And that the ones that were left, they were given land. Okay, like basically, this is all bullshit. This is all fucking bullshit. All right? Latinos are the same species. Genetics will prove that, right? Now, when you talk about these Indians, the people that they give land to and get a free reservation to, these are not Indians, these are white people. And that's not nothing against white people. What we're saying, these are human beings. They are not human beings, they are Mexicans. Remember, they are Mexicans, which are a form of human beings. Right?
I think I passed the part where he was.
You still good over there, babe?
Where he was talking about.
He let me know that everything was good on the screen for y'all. That he was still good.
About a movie.
All right, so look at him right here, right?
Okay, I just let that.
He looks like what you would call a Mexican American. That is not the way your Native Americans look. All right, and I don't even want to use the term Native American because we were never native to America. All right. Now we were darker like that. See that book where it's a famous Indian tribes? See that top picture? We were more like that. All right. Now when you're looking at us today, you're looking at the Indians.
Let's see what tribe was in this area where that happened at. Southside Florida. This is where that happened at.
Now, once we became tribal, we had many tribes amongst us, many great tribes amongst us, right? Many great tribes amongst us that were strong warrior tribes, full of still in tune with magical abilities, still in tune with ancient knowledge, all right? And knew how to use it against these Spanish conquistadors. This is why if you listen to a lot about magic or stuff like that, and you read about magic, or you read about, just anything dealing with the Native Americans, they always talk about how they had these magical abilities. They talk about them being able to dance and make it rain. They talk about them being real spiritual.
Conquista people who controlled an area covering much of southeast Florida, including what is now Miami-Dade, and that is the county. So what are these people looking like? Let's just dig in a little bit. Conquista. See, this is what happened. Anyway. Conquista. At the time of the first European contact, they occupied. Okay, that's what they said already.
American Indian tribes that was on present-day America. Right? You believe that they killed all these tribes off?
They just saying they 2,000. Oh, they had disappeared by the time Spanish Florida was traded to the British.
African Americans, Latin Americans. They renamed this whole land America, which is part of Atlantis. Okay? This is a very important period in time that you need to understand.
The Conquista were more or less dominated by the more numerous Calusa. The Conquista were closely allied to their immediate neighbors. To the north, the Jaca? Sure was. Okeechobee. Let's see. Occupation of the Florida Keys may have swung back and forth between the two tribes, the Calusa and the Jaga, which and the Tequista are like in between. It says artifacts outnumber Tequista artifacts by 4-1 in its archaeological sites. There was a book on a map. The Dutch cartographer Hessel Geertz published in 1630 in Johannes de Lat's History of the New World. The Florida Peninsula is labeled Tegusta after the tribe. A map in the 18th century labeled the area Biscayne Bay, Tequista. Tegesta. Okay. Hmm. Right, Miami, like Mayan. That don't look like no long straight air. The Arawak. So, the Tequista language may have been closely related to the language of the. Let's see what these people look like. The Calusa. Calusa. Oh, they got it red on this side of the Florida, opposed to the surf side. They have it red over here, but these people are supposed to be the people. I'm just reading this last line. Calusa political influence and control extended over other tribes in southern Florida, including the Miami around Lake Okeechobee, 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 and the Tequista and Jacob. What do I want to see what they look like? Okay, so let me see. Let's see. Native American people who live. Yeah, where do they get the pictures that they ever do find? Okay, so I usually start with a quick. Yeah, now let me see what the um. So those were Tequista. Tequista. Oh, I'll just do the back key. You want to see what would they say the Tequista people look like? You can't start up here though. You gotta. Okay, so that's supposed to be Tequista people. Let me go on down some, because you don't start seeing true representation. Tequista children. See what do this one look like? Look at that. See how you have to. Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen. Let me go. Let me exit that. So it's a video. Tequista. Okay, but I want to see this. Hmm. Florida Lost Tribes. So this is where we see all of them. Look at these brown people. I wonder how old is this writing? And it's like Galadyche, Appalachie, Botano. Look at the turtles. Y'all see the turtles? the Calusa. Let's see. See, what do this say about the Tequista people? It says Indians lived at the mouth of the Miami River, 200 yards southeast of this spoil for more than 15 centuries before white men came. The principal town of the Tequista Indian, including 6 mounds used for dwelling, burial, and religious rites, was discovered here by the Spaniards. They built in it the earliest white settlement in southeast Florida, a fort and Jesuit mission in 1567. When the British obtained Florida in 1763, most of the Tequista departed with the Spaniards to Havana and thereafter vanished as a tribe. Origins Tequista and arrival of Europeans. That's the Tequista people, y'all. They don't look like that. This right here, this representation of Tequista people, right here. If, I don't know if y'all see that good, but that do not look like this representation here. The further down you go, usually it becomes the Tequistas. So that with mounds there. Look at this, indigenous peoples of Florida. See those mounds they showing back there? Let me see if it's any legends. Wait. I mean, we know that these people just came here burying, putting stuff on top of people's burial grounds without any respect. So, what is this one? Okay. Yeah, so definitely, let's see here. What map is this? This is okay, so it don't show when this map was. When you look at this picture, you can't even see that these are like islands when you see that like it's really islands. Yeah. So let's see. So they saying they found the ancient village in downtown Miami. So they found this place. Yes. Stayed intact. That is a was discovered in 1998 during routine archaeological investigations conducted at the site of six low-rise 1950 era apartment buildings, Brick L Point Apartments, which were raised to make way for construction of two high rise apartment towers. This would be a circle incised into the stone underneath 3 feet of overlaying earth. The Miami Circle is located within, then it gives the area. Right. Well, this, how close is this to where that happened? Well, I would find that this is interesting, and I really wonder how close that site itself is to. It's in Miami-Dade. It says the mayor of Miami-Dade County signed an eminent domain decree last February, so that would have been in around 2000, setting in motion a legal process for the county acquisition and preservation of the Miami River Circle. Where is it located at if you wanted to go there? Um, what I was going to do is see how close that circle is. I'm gonna read this story a little bit more closely. So let's see. Miami Circle in Miami-Dade. Now I'm gonna go back to the maps. I think I'm sharing my screen right. Yeah, okay. Ty, you made it. Peace and love. I hope you're still around with me. Let me see. I'm not gonna go on too long. What I want to do is I want to see where is that circle. So let's see. So that is called the. It's called the Miami Circle, and it's in Miami-Dade. Miami Circle. Let's see if they still have it. Miami Circle Historic Landmark. Okay, this is it right here. That's the Miami Circle they found. So I would like to know, where is it though? I thought maps was up here. More map. This is the circle. Okay, that's the circle that they found, and this is the area where that collapse happened right here. All around Biscayne Bay. All that is where the Tequista people. And it did say that is one of the earliest settlements. Earliest settlements in America, in in North America. Settlements in North America. Jamestown, St. Augustine, Florida. That is in Florida. So the earliest settlement in North America is in Florida. Let me go back to the map. Jamestown is St. Augustine, Florida. Where's St. Augustine, Florida? Didn't go nowhere. To Let me see something. Did I spell it? St. Augustine, Florida. Where? Let me see. To Florida. But where's my two and stuff that I had there? You gotta be much further down, right? Yeah, that's that's the first settlement according to this history. We can, and then other places down here, way down here. If I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, here's Biscayne. So my speculation is that there is some things going on that are peace and love, Ty. I'm getting ready to get some coffee too. Um, my speculation is that there is a phenomenon going on that is that has something to do with, like, I keep thinking about the movie Poltergeist, and how, if you all remember that movie, how the whole issue in that movie was the burial grounds, that the fact that they had built houses over the burial grounds. Do you all remember that? Anybody remember that? That Poltergeist, the whole issue of the movie Poltergeist was that that place was cursed because the building, because they had built over the graves of all those people that was, I guess, there in the first place. I guess indigenous people. Actually, let me see, because that's what been kind of going through my mind a little bit. How you spell Polted? It should come up, guys. Movie. Oh, that, well, I wasn't too far from it. American horror film series during the 80s originally revolves around members of the Freeling family stalked and terrorized ghost track. That's not that they could have went a little deeper than that in the description. Okay, so oh, they considered Poltergeist a cursed film. Huh? Let's see. Let's go there. I'm looking for, what do you call it? Not a review. When a person, what do you call that when a person breaks down the movie, like the underlying um, movie? Not review. Uh, I didn't. I do think I remember that. Let's see. Movie Curse Theory. Okay, but it don't say. Did Poltergeist use real bones in the movie? This is getting closer to what I'm talking about. I thought the skeletons were plastic, but later found out they were real. It was a real nightmare. Imagine that. So, is that true or not? I don't know, but Snoops has reports and interviews from the design team and Poltergeist cast where they share that the skeletons are in fact very real. There's a scene in the film where uh, Diane Freeling is dragged by skeletons into a muddy pool, according to, let's see, what was Poltergeist about? Based on. Okay. Native American burial ground. They said Native American, but hey, that's right. I don't know why you have to dig so much for them to put that into what the whole story about. Is it a true story? Is American Poltergeist a true story? The real people. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is the story that inspired Poltergeist. So this is my take on what is happening here. And it says, we all know the line is one of the spookiest, most famous in all of horror. The poltergeist comes from, okay, let's go down. But before all this happens, there's the paranormal activity. Just let me get through this. I don't even know what I just clicked. Okay, there have been thousands of real life reported cases of poltergeist, poltergeist activity around the world. On what happened at the, okay, so this is the true story. On the evening of February, this is 58, a man named James Herman Seaford, Long Island, New York, bet that's on the coast, received a call from work. His wife, informing him teenage children Jimmy and Lucy heard a series popping sound coming from various spots around the house. They found uncapped bottles of several substances completely upended in many different rooms, including a vial of holy water. He was skeptical. Come on now. He thought it was a prankster. 5 days later, the same thing happened. When the police arrived, more bottles began popping throughout the home. Okay, see, the news spread like wildfire. It was in an article in Life magazine. That's when Dr. Ryan, director at Duke's University, Ryan believed that the presence of the teenage Herman children might have attracted poltergeist activity. Adolescents are usually present in home when the activity takes place. He brought some colleagues to the house. However, they ceased shortly after, moved away. Years later, daughter Lucille appeared in documentary Real Fear, the truth behind the movie. So the movie is not based on something that they ended up figuring out had something to do with a burial ground. You know what? That's like a this reading this was like watching a movie to the end and then you don't have the answers. I where did that part come from? Where did the part it says how did the events inspire Poltergeist? Fans of the 1982 um Toby Hooper directed Steven Spielberg produced Poltergeist recognized the Herman story. It sounds similar to what the family goes through. Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, they totally leave out the final theme of the movie. So where he get that from? Where did Spielberg get that idea from? Anyway, my take on what's going on is definitely that peace and love, Gretchen, is definitely that um it's something like that. A poltergeist. That's where I'm at. Peace and love. So I didn't talk very much about genealogy at all this morning. But um well, y'all know people don't really like it, but I'm going to go and to my just because I just need to include it. I'm going to go into my DNA summary. I'm going to use my mother and I'm going to put in a search of birth location and I'm going to use, oh, I got rid of the map. I'm going to use um, one of the places in Florida. Uh, oh, I want to say it was, where's Gullah Island. Let's see, where are the Gullah Geechee people from? They descendants of Africans who were enslaved. That's a lie. Okay, so where are they though? The point is to get where in South Carolina. That would be like a, the last of the Gullah Geechee people. You would think that. Let me see. John's Island. Okay, so then I'm gonna go to birth location, John's Island, Charleston, South Carolina. Let's see if my mom had matches that have a birth location. Let's see this one, the first one. So this just means that these are people who have people in their tree who have the birth location of John's Island in their tree. So whenever I do something like that, the first thing I do is pull up the shared matches because that will tell me what direction that match is. So when I see Wild, Trip, and Watts, so these are definitely not original descendants of Turtle Island. Okay, let's see here. Let me see. Um, Last original inhabitants of the Galadyche. I remember not long, um, well, Charleston, South Carolina. So the history of African and Gullah. So the original Gullah people look like what? So let's see. Charleston. Oh, then I must have something in my tree that goes back to Charleston. Okay, so then let's see. I'll do my father. I remember a couple of years ago that there was something going on and they were trying to buy out the land, um, buy people off the land over in those areas. So, original um, people still living in Charleston, South Carolina. So, what I say, original landowners, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Original landowners of Charleston, South Carolina. not the settlers. Okay, let me just do this and then I'm going. So we will go with Charleston. Let me still do the Johns Island. Johns Island, Charleston. Search. Yeah, these are definitely leaning away from people who look, they more like people who settled there. Okay, just wanted to see. So let's see. Is anybody before I before I yeah, it writes South Carolina, right? Um, if anybody is interested, before I've been on for about an hour and a half. If anybody is interested in coming up, let me know. Other than that, I am going to start wrapping it up. I want to get my day started as far as getting out of the house. I got a couple of things planned. Um, I'm still looking here. I wanted to look another way, and it, they could. All right, they say descendants who are fighting for their land. I didn't want to have that up on the screen like that, though. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting nowhere with what I was trying to find out. But okay, so I am going to go ahead and um you know what, Gretchen? I was trying to be on at 4 a.m., but it was closer to 5 a.m. so that I could, before like it gets busy in the house and like that. So I'm shooting for 4 a.m. Central Time, and see how close I can get to that. But it was a nice build. It was a nice build. I wanted to suggest that there was some audio problems, but Aboriginal TV, he had a it was a, let me get the name right, Rashad Jamal, who was speaking about uh, the original 12 tribes around Illinois. Yes, I'm in Chicago. Yep. Yeah, Eastern time. Right. That'll be, yep. That's right. 5 or 6 Eastern. Yep. Okay. Okay, Ty. Hopefully. Hopefully you will be able to um, meet me back here next Tuesday morning. Maybe somebody will join me. But I'm going to definitely give it a shot. You're in India. Okay, we not that far, so maybe you and I be trying to connect up soon. I see some people are going out to the mounds, and you know, that's a beautiful thing. I think that's something important that we get our feet on the ground and, you know, see if it's something phenomenal that's going to happen if you do make it to some of these mounds. I still have not been to Cahokia Mound, which is in Illinois, and is definitely something that I want uh, to do as soon as possible. So, yeah, let's just watch what's going on, and I'm curious about if what I'm seeing happening in and around the United States of America, North America, are lining up with the indigenous people the way that let's see the pattern, if this pattern is going to be in somewhat of an order of the way that the settlements happened here. Yes, we should. Okay, so let me put my email in here, and let's try to make us a date that we can gather. Maybe people in the area. I know they had some other initiatives going on. I had heard. No, this is at Gmail. This is my email, and then maybe we can connect. But there's some initiatives I have heard that there were some people talking about going to the mounds and that, and I want to I want to go at my pace, so I would want to do something with some people that are maybe on my level of being, you know, maybe I could put it that way. But I I did not get involved with a lot of these initiatives. Some of the people who are getting together, they might be younger, a little more. I want to use the word excited. I'm excited. I just refuse to attach myself to the environments where people are. Uh, I, excited is maybe not the right and proper word. I have to be in a more peaceful state of moving. That's what. Yes, I could be adventurous, but I want to be with a group of people who have a state of mind that um, that I'm also in. One where we're going to discover, and it's a lot less social stress. I don't want to be in an environment where there's a lot of social stress among the people who are traveling. Uh, that the mission at hand would have to be something that we agree on, and in the moving forward, it's not, because I know some of the community went out to New York, and then behind that, behind every initiative that I've seen, yeah, be at peace and learn something. Yeah, almost all of the initiatives that I've seen, the people came back with a lot of social disturbances. And even if a social disturbance is going on, then, like minded people would be able to uh, come to some agreement about how to move forward, and it should not become a battleground, you know, that's going to be aired out. So, in front of the people, like, we need to build, and we need to build peacefully amongst each other. And that is not always easy. I do recognize that. But I am definitely interested and in trying to get up there. So it's just Willie Hare. I hope you contact me, and then maybe we could get something arranged where we could put together something that we can do before the weather is, before it gets back really cold outside. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all again next Tuesday, where we're going to start off talking about the weather, and we'll just see where it take us, see where it go, right? So peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.